Welcome to our webinar today. Let me pull up our slide deck here and we'll get started. Okay. So today I want to talk to you about SSIS Tales from the Road. Really I want this to cover kind of almost like a lessons learned session on some really important topics when developing SSIS solutions that you're really going to run into either as issues or you're going to want to know about to prevent potential problems going forward as you're developing these solutions. So as Tammy mentioned, my name is Anthony Martin. You can email me at amartin@pragmaticworks.com. I'm also on Twitter. You can find me on my Twitter handle at SQL Martini. And I blog at a WordPress site that goes by my name, anthonymmartin.wordpress.com. Okay, so a little bit about myself, and then we'll jump into this webinar here. So we'll start with the more serious professional left-hand column, and then we'll move on to some fun facts about myself on the right-hand side here. So I am a BI consultant and trainer with Pragmatic Works. I have over 10 years experience working with the SQL Server platform, developing business intelligence and data warehousing solutions for clients. Got a handful of certifications. I'm a Microsoft Certified IT Professional. I have their Business Intelligence certification, their Database Developer, and their Database Administrator. And I'm currently in the process of upgrading that to the latest versions of that, which is the MCSE. I just passed the first round of the 3 upgrade tests just last week. So we'll be shortly upgraded to the new MCSE BI certification. Also, I regularly speak at local user group meetings, and I also volunteer to help out with the Buffalo PASS chapter. If you're not familiar with PASS, it stands for Professional Association of SQL Server. You want to check out SQLpass.org. You can find out a whole lot of great things out there. Okay, so on to some fun facts about myself on the right-hand side. So I can interestingly enough, say that I've previously jumped out of a second-story window without being forced to, albeit to an 8-foot high snowdrift. So if that doesn't tell you where I'm from, as well as helping out with the Buffalo Pass chapter, I do reside in the Buffalo, New York area, and am accustomed to really terrible winters with lots of snow, unfortunately. Also, that leads me to being a Buffalo sports fan, which, if you understand our history with the Bills and Sabres, you understand that I'm not the happiest of sports fans right now. It's been quite a while since we've really done anything interesting there. Outside of my professional career, I also am a Little League coach for my 3 children. So right now it is the dead of baseball season, where you can find me on the baseball diamond pretty much every night of the week. And then finally, I think people find this kind of amusing and interesting. I actually do like to drink my coffee with coconut oil and butter. It's something called Bulletproof Coffee. A friend of mine introduced me to it, probably almost 2 years ago now, and I've been hooked ever since. You might think it sounds a little odd, but it actually does provide you with quite a bit of a nice energy boost in the morning. Okay, so let's talk about our agenda today. So as I had mentioned here, I wanted this to kind of be kind of a lessons learned on various SSIS implementations that I've actually had in the field. So there's a lot of different topics and pieces that I want to bring to your attention here. Kind of advice on what to do, what not to do, and maybe even bring to your attention some features that you weren't even aware that exist before this session here. So first off, I want to talk about how we can work on simplifying package orchestration. We'll talk about what's new to SQL Server 2012, which is the SSIS DB, and that is the project deployment model. We'll talk about 3 different things that we can do to improve the performance of our lookups. So we'll talk about how we can parameterize lookups. We'll talk about how we can use cache connection managers in lookups. And we'll also talk about how we can handle a specific solution that is referred to as a range lookup. So there's a few different options we have for solving that problem, and I'll walk you through one that I've actually recently come up with that I think is a really nice use case and provides some pretty interesting performance. And then finally, I'll close it out for today's session by showing you some tips and tricks for working offline. Okay, so simplifying package orchestration. What I'm showing you here is a screenshot from an actual client that I was working on, and this was their master package that they used to coordinate all their other package execution within their data warehouse. What do you think of this? This is probably the fastest way that you could get a junior SSIS developer to head for the door, and it's also probably the fastest way to get a smile on a consultant's face because they know that they can improve that much value to their client. So a solution like this is going to bring up all sorts of different issues. How do you troubleshoot this? How do you extend it? How do you maintain it? How do you add on to it? All sorts of different problems arise from a situation when you have so many different components on the screen, as well as up to hundreds of precedent constraints with expressions on all these various tasks within this package. So what we can do to simplify that package orchestration, I like to call it no spaghetti for you. We can use the parent-child package pattern. So we can work to build logical solution parts in our SSIS solution to kind of chunk and group together sections of our code, and we can do that through kind of that parent-child package pattern. So we can have a master package that's going to call multiple child packages and work through orchestrating the package orchestration from that level. That may lead to creating more SQL Server agent jobs that call specific master packages, or maybe even you want to consider adding in new SSIS projects in themselves to help split out the work and really draw lines between the solutions. So a common theme I see here when developing business intelligence or data warehousing solutions is to have kind of a staging solution. So you'll have a staging package that's going to pull data in from maybe you have several packages that load in from source 1. You have a couple other packages that load in data from source 2. Why not create a logical solution part there for that? So you have a staging solution, you have a master package for source 1, you have a master package for source 2, and then you can more easily schedule those, extend it, and really add on to that solution from there.